This is a Magic the Gathering card that you were not playing in your commander deck, but it can be surprisingly punishing against unsuspecting assailants. This is a card called Penance, and it's an unusual blend of cost and effect that can produce some striking results. For 2 and a white, it's an enchantment. Put a card from your hand on top of your library. The next time a black or red source of your choice would deal damage this turn, prevent that damage. The intriguing aspect of this card is that putting a card on top of your library is the cost and not the effect. Compare this to a card like Scroll Rack, where the cost is paying 1 and tapping it, and then you get the effect of putting the cards on top of your library. So why does this matter? Well, it's interesting because paying the cost of effects is usually something that cannot be interacted with by your opponents. For example, if I announce to the table that I'm going to take a card from my hand and put it on top of my library, and I have one of my opponents say, hey, in response, I'm going to flash in Vendilion Click so I can look at your hand. Now I get to say, okay, you can look at my hand, but after I put the card on top, because that is part of paying the cost, which cannot be responded to. This is an amazing card when you look at all of the new cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan that have the Explore mechanic and that have the new Discover mechanic, so you can make sure that you have exactly the card you want on top of your library. But we've only talked about the cost. There's still that really nice effect of being able to prevent damage from a red or black source. This is especially useful against those pesky Ragavan Nimble Pilferer decks, where you can prevent Ragavan from dealing the combat damage to you, and he's not going to steal your cards. If you found this info helpful, please be sure to click on my MTG Ambassador link, either in the description or in my profile. It tells Wizards of the Coast, who sponsored the video, that you like it and you want to see more. And that is exactly why